down here for the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Welsh. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Handoff to the lone back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Burks. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out up there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
They'll try the outside to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays. inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quick completion to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. He leaves it with his back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He leaves it with the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, no!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They're trying to get to him. They're setting up the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Handoff to the single running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down for this defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Noles will hustle to the line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Power football with the run. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Tempo and overdrive. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if any... in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Pulls it in on the right. Open runway ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Florida State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here come the Irish back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like too heavy.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
On second down, just keeps firing. Makes his connection. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Wants to throw on third. Working that left side now. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
On second down, looking again to throw. Sends it downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got him downfield. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for the edge on the jet sweep. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Second down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, no! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff. Man, through the contact. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Burks. At the 40, there he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They believe they can run right here.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll toss it to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll give it to the back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put some fires into traffic. Intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Some misdirection with the counter. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Hard running there. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
They go to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting set for the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Noles headed quickly to the line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Seminoles are in the red zone. Running behind that left side. Shakes off the defender. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Easy. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Texas A&M. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
He got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and inches. When your will, your heart, your desire is put to the test. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He wants to throw. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
To the ground with the back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Going up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here.
It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Pass to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And it might be that last boot through the uprights that sends us to overtime. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The option look. Now the pitch. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snap it to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, a 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. touchdown will win it. Here's first down. They'll try the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. He got it in! And that trip to the end zone is 20.